In February, I think I had a couple of contestants on Nigerian Idol season 3 in the house, and I ordered them to bring back the money for me. And for some reason, the week after that interview, one of the guests here left the show, so I felt like it was a jinx. But after it all, one of the contestants who was here on that day has been declared the winner. The first male to win Nigerian Idol, Moses Adigwe. Congratulations.
Thank you.
You even look different from the last time. Your hair was not brown last time.
I know.
What's going on?
It was black, and then it became red, and then somehow it's metamorphosed into brown. But it might be going back to red sometime soon. I'm still discussing that with my stylist.
What is the story with the hair colors and...
No, okay, it's a competition. You've got to find a way to stand out and to just make sure you are noticed. So I was like, okay. I was getting my hair cut, and I was like, you know what? Let's just tint it red. At first, I wanted white, and I was like, okay, let's do red. White's been done. Let's do red.
The red's been done.
Yeah, but not in Nigeria.
So we might see white soon, at some point.
Yes, white to be sometime soon.
Does that go with the sort of music you do? What sort of music do you want to do?
Do I want to do? Yeah. Well, right now, I'm experimenting. But in general, it's a compromise between, good vocals and good instrumentals while maintaining that Nigeria hip beats that we all love right now.
So I remember the last time you were here, you mentioned liking Bears or Maumi. I think those are the sort of names you mentioned. Yeah. So are you going to be tilting towards that sort of, or you're going to give us the Atlanta and...
I'm going to do my own thing. I don't want to let the cat out of the bag, but I'm going to do my own thing. It's going to be good music. You're going to be able to dance to it, but you're still going to be able to sit down and listen and just have a good chill day and enjoy good music from me. That's the plan.
Let's go back to that day, the moment. Now, 14 million, 50 million? Let me not take inside your money.
7.5M cash, and then 7.5M recording deal, and then an SUV.
50 million plus SUV.
You understand? Father.
Did you know you were going to win? Don't lie.
No.
Sometimes people know.
Sometimes people know, but I didn't know. Now, see, it's not about being better than anybody. It's about getting the right amount of votes. It's a voting show. And it's about praying that Nigerians vote for talent. And they did. And I'm really glad that they did. And we had an amazing show. We had an amazing array of artists on the top 12. And sadly, people got kicked out of the show every week until we finally got to the top 2. And it was me and Debbie Rice. And at that point in time, I was like, okay, you know what? I'm a winner either way. So what will be, let it be. I just decided to just enjoy that period. And then I'm on stage, and they're like, oh, and we're about to announce the winner. And the host steps back. And I'm just standing there, and I'm thinking about, okay, what am I going to be doing after the show if I come second, if I'm the fresh runner-up or something. And then he's like, the winner is Moses. And for a split second, I'm still thinking about it. And then and it raced out in my head that, okay, they just called you. And I'm like, wait, what? It was crazy. It was a very crazy moment.
I was watching her there, and I noticed you were sweating. But you were the only one sweating in the hall. Was it hot, or was it just you?
So you don't be in that position. if you follow the show, every Thursday I am always sweating. I think that is the one sign that I'm tense. I start sweating a whole lot. Because it's a make or break moment. Especially during the eviction shows, because if they call your name, you are gone. And it's hard. No.
I've had a talk with a friend of mine once, wasn't a reality show as well, and he said it was one of those shows where there are people in the house, one of those Big Brother type shows, and he said that when he got to the final 5, he knew he was going to win, that he kind of looked around and felt like, you know what, I better pass these people. Now, at what point did you start feeling, maybe I really have this?
Honestly, maybe from the top 12. Because I was like, okay, I categorized as, okay, if it's in terms of vocals, and that's what the show is based on. I was like, okay, it's just me and Abasi Akan, another of the contestants who made it to the top 5. It's both of us who are the lead with that. But he got evicted at the top 5, and that was when I was like, okay, anything is possible. So, you can't...
Your confidence went south.
It went south, man, fast. I think it just, whoop. But anything can happen on these shows, and that's what. So I just told myself, you know what? Bang.
Did you have any performance that you were like, I think I'm going to go this week?
Oh yes. Who was it? The top 10 or the top 8? I can't remember what week, but I remember the song. I did Shane Ward's Breathless, and I'm embarrassed by it. I really am, because I actually went back and I watched it and I was like, oh.
Were you in the bottom after that, or?
No.
You were never at the bottom.
I was never at the bottom 3 by the amazing grace of God.
That should make you feel very special.
You have no idea. No, seriously, it's all about these guys who voted. Thank you guys so much.
So let's just go back a bit now. Has music always been a part of the plan for you, or did it just happen because Idols came along?
No, music, for my personal plan, it's always been there. If my parents had their way, I'd go to school, graduate, and then get a desk job, 9 to 5, normal. But I went to school, graduated, and decided to get on the show. University of Benin.
What did you study?
Political science and public administration.
Okay.
Right, it's very far away. And then the show came up right as I was rounding up, and I was like, hey, you know what, this is what I've always wanted to do. I've always wanted to be on this, and it's going to be an amazing platform. And I auditioned for it, and I got a golden ticket, and I was like, okay, yes, this is a good start. We're only 4 people out of the thousands who auditioned in Benin City that actually got golden tickets. So I was like, yes.
So your story is very interesting because you got back into the show with a wild card, not necessarily because you were.
I know. I got evicted during the top 30
Who did
stages.
you sort to put you in?
No, but you don't understand. When I got evicted, I was like, okay, that's it. Moving on, something else. Okay, let's focus on.
And the judges brought you back.
And the judges brought me back, and I just felt so blessed and so grateful because we were about 14 or 18 who came back to perform on the wildcard show, and the judges only selected 2 people to get into the top 12, and I was one of those 2. And it's one of those moments where you can't ever really tell what's going to happen. I couldn't come out and say, yes, I am sure that the judges are going to select me, because we had amazing singers during the wildcard, and almost all of us were judges' favorites, in quotes. So nobody could tell what was going to happen. But hey, the judges brought me back. And somehow I never got into the bottom 3. And I won.
People keep drawing comparisons. I've seen this in 2 different articles now. I've seen Wandeko's name come up.
Really?
With you. I don't know if it's anything with maybe the way you are.
I think it is, big, fat black guys who have amazing voices. People just can't help.
Do you think that's a compliment, or are you threatened by that?
I think it's a compliment. Because he's done pretty well for himself. He's doing pretty well for himself.
Is that a high bar that you think set for you?
Well, I'm not comparing myself to him, and I'm not using him as a standard for my career or my music in any way. So I'm just like, okay, thank you guys for associating me with that name, but now watch out for Moses.
There was a tweet in your timeline, I think, during the show or before the show, that was questioning your sexuality.
Ooh.
Do you think what does that do for you? Do you think it's important when things like this come up? And are you ready for stories like this? I mean, you're not famous. People are going to talk about things like this. Oh my God, he's gay, or he's sleeping with a woman older than him, or he's cheating on his girlfriend. Are you ready for stories like this?
I think it comes with the job. Did
you see that tweet first of all?
I don't think so. I don't think I did. I can't remember. But I don't think I did. But I think someone told me about it, and I was like, okay.
Does it worry you?
It doesn't, because it was one tweet, and it didn't get any retweets or any mentions or anything like that. And I'm like, okay, people saw this and then they realized that, okay, this guy's just,
that's not important.
It's not important, and he's mouthing off about stuff that definitely isn't true. And I'm like, okay, I think I saw that tweet and I waited for the reaction because I wanted to see how my fans would react to that. And everybody just ignored it, and I'm like, okay, God bless these people. But it comes with the profile, being in the eyes of the cameras and people knowing your face and all of that. You've always got to be careful with what you do and what you say and who you're saying with in public. And then people will see one thing and then draw out the wildest assumptions about it. So it comes with the job.
I hope you're ready, because the press can be brutal.
Oh, they
can. And I'm sure you started feeling some sort of.
The press loves me. The press loves me. Right. You're part of the press now.
I don't write reviews for music, so I'm the last person you want to be bothered about.
But you get to sit here and ask us questions now.
Speaking of music now, are you ready for... What sort of music are you going to be doing? And are you going to be worrying about reviews? Who's going to be more important to you? The fans or the people who are going to be rating you? If you know what I mean.
Now, it's about satisfying both people. But then again, the fans carry more power than the reviews. Because the critics can come up and say, okay, we think this album is a total disaster. And then the people who are actually buying your CDs and are going to be paying for your concerts can come out and say, oh my God, we totally love this. So the fans carry more weight, but you've also got to respect the opinions of the critics.
What kind of music are you going to be doing? I need to ask that. And when are we expecting your first single? I know you did a song. at the end of Idols about you winning and all
we
of
performed
that.
the song.
That's unofficially your first single, but I'm talking of like a proper single after that.
A proper
When are we
single.
expecting one?
It should be coming out really soon. I've already started work with a couple of really awesome producers in the country, and hopefully before the end of May, my single should be out. That's the plan. I'm
What
not
sort of
assuring
song is it
you.
going to be? R&B, Afro pop. I hear that's a lot these days.
No, somebody needs to explain to me the definition of Afro pop.
That's why
I keep thinking
I don't know.
Afro beats with a pop track, and then I hear something else, and I'm like, but that's like juju. You get? But it's a really good song with the Niger party beat on the bottom. For starters, yeah, let's do that.
Any features you're looking forward to?
Oh yes, but nothing set in stone for now. But I am testing the waters and trying to see who's going to sing with me, who's going to perform with me, and I'm getting good responses, but nothing set in stone for now.
You had Dibanj and Omaomi at the final show.
I know.
You didn't try to talk to them sharply.
I talked to Omaomi now, of course. No, she's Omaomi is a very down to earth, very real. Cause I remember I was backstage in the dressing room, and she walks in, and she's like, and she just starts giving me advice and starts talking to me, and I'm like, it was unexpected, because other sellers might just walk in, oh yeah, the one, all right, hey, what's up, nice to meet you, and then they just totally ignore you. But she's like, you know what, don't slack, make sure that you take this the right way and do the right things, make the right moves, and I just felt so blessed and honored to have that conversation with her.
You have an Ajegunle past or something, do you? Do you have any links to Ajegunle at all?
No, I do not.
Growing up and...
No. I grew up in Abuja.
Okay.
I grew up in Abuja.
Tell us about growing up in Abuja.
Growing up in Abuja was fun. My dad's clergy. My mom is the assistant headmistress of a government primary school. So yes, I had a very strict, very structured background, and it was really good. It was good. It was fun.
It's almost like a norm for winners of reality shows to fade out, and somehow those who don't win, who come second or who come fifth, are the ones who end up shining.
Yeah.
I think Iyan is like the exception, and it even took him about 3-4 years to finally become this monster hit that he is. Are you worried about that?
The thing is, I'm learning. I learned from all those people who have been on other shows around the world, and I've learned from their mistakes. So I'm trying to avoid making those mistakes, because the way you sing on a show, who you are perceived as on a show, you have to come out and brand yourself well after the show as an artist. You have to be able to relate, figure out, okay, what does the market entail? Because they might love you singing something on the show, and then when you come out and release something like that as a single, they'll just be like, no. Because it's not what the market dictates. So it's about finding that compromise between what you know how to do and what the market dictates you should do. And that's what I'm trying to do right now.
So you think you're not going to be phasing out anytime
soon? At all. Hot fire. By the grace of God, no. No.
Well, that's a very important thing to know, because, like I said, it's almost sort of the norm. I don't know why that is.
I don't know why. A lot of people win a
lot
of shows.
If the voters got it wrong, and I hope it's not the case this time.
It's not the case this time. No. A lot of these shows, you just see they win, and then we keep waiting, and we just keep waiting, and nothing happens, and we never hear from all of them again. Yeah. I think maybe some of them just come on the shows to just win and then carry the money and go and do something else. But I came on this show because it wasn't about winning for me. It was about having a platform to launch a musical career. And I happened to win on that platform. So it's like, okay, yes, a stronger base for me to launch into something greater. I don't see winning the show as an end. I see it as a beginning. So I think if more people who auditioned for shows had that kind of mentality, we'd have a larger number of success stories from music reality shows.
That's an interesting point there. So who do you think... I mean, there's no rivalry anymore. You don't win the thing, so nobody really cares. Who do you think would have won if you didn't win?
Who do I think would have won?
Like from the top 12.
From the top 12, who would have wanted to win if I didn't win? Number one, Abasiaka. No offense to the rest of you guys. You know what parties. You know what all parties.
Okay, that's because you're friends. But who do you think would have won? Friendship aside.
Friendship aside.
Still him.
I think I have like 4 people in mind. Abasiakan, J. Phil, Debbie Rice, and Ifezino. The 4 of them, because I think they stood out the most.
Are they all planning on sticking with music, or are some of them going around?
I'm hoping that they're planning on doing that. I know that Abasiakan should be getting back into Lagos to pursue music. Everyone has different plans, and I'm not really sure what everyone's going to do, but I'm really hoping that they take this platform as seriously as I plan to do. You know, because It doesn't matter if you win. As long as you're on the show, you've been seeing for weeks. We have millions of viewers week in, week out. So these people already know your face and know your name and identify with you as an artist and as a face and as a brand. So you need to capitalize on that. And that's what I'm trying to do. So I hope that they know that.
Are you hoping to work with any of them?
Any of them? I did a duet. I already recorded a duet with Debbie Rice, which will be coming out sometime soon. I might work with Abasi Akan in the future. But let's see how it goes. Because I don't know what directions they plan on going on and stuff like that.
Let's talk about the money now. What's the plan for that money? 7.5 million cold hard cash.
Right.
Have the kidnappers found you yet?
I'm like, my friend, no. You know, they voted for me. Everybody voted. But the plan for the cash, let's see. My tithe first of all, because I mean,
you haven't paid it yet.
I haven't paid my tithe.
You are still planning to pay.
Have we paid it?
That's where it started.
No, it's not bad now. It's got, you know this is. No, but it's because I can't come out and say, oh, I won this show by my own doing, because I have an amazing voice, yes, but I'm not, it's not that amazing. Why do people like my voice? I ask myself that sometimes. Why do people like my voice? But yet again, people voted for me throughout the show. I never got into the bottom 2 or the bottom 3. And at the end of the day, I won the show. And it's just got to be God's grace and favor in my life. So my type, then I have to do something for my family. You know what I mean? Come on, they've been awesome. They've been more than awesome. They've just been amazing throughout this journey. And then the rest goes back into my music. Because you have to spend money to make money.
But you have 7.5 million on that side as well already, anyway.
You still have to spend on other things now. You know, appearances, PR, all this kind of stuff.
PR, important. Okay, let's talk about PR now. It's the nice guys never really... I mean, you look around the world, some of the most successful artists are heavily controversial. Rihanna, even in Nigeria, Yaya had to start removing shirts.
I know. Did you see that picture of him in his...
And there's Yvonne Elpin and the DK story around him. Now, I know you might, in your head now, you want to stay scandal free. How do you hope to make that work and still be relevant?
Good question. No, see, it's all about making sure you stay in the people's faces, making sure that people keep seeing you. And the fastest way to get on the news is to have some sort of scandal associated with your name. You know, so if you want to say anything bad about me, please say it so that, you know, all of them will talk about it and people will know my name and my face and my music will sell. So yes, thank you to all my potential haters. I love you guys. Keep hating. I think that's what it's about. But it's also about packaging yourself as a brand. You know, Iyanya had to rebrand his image from the guy who we saw on the show to the sexy dude who did Pukeri and Your Waist, because he had to rebrand himself. So it's all about branding. So what
are you going to be? Are you hitting the gym soon? Are you?
Oh yes, I've already started working out. I've lost weight too. I started losing weight. I started working out. But I always tell myself I want to get on the music scene as the big guy, so that when I lose weight, people will talk about it. I don't like when people become famous and they are all skinny and buff, and then you give them like 6 months to a year and they are all pudgy. And I don't like that. I'm like, come in.
And it happens a lot in this industry.
It happens a lot in this industry. I'm like, that's not right.
They name names, but they know themselves.
They know themselves. But I came in big. I'm the big guy. So by the time I lose weight, if I ever decide to lose that much weight, but by the time I become all that, people will talk about that. You know, and it's good PR for me. So yeah, that's the plan.
Okay, I talked about collaborations earlier. What sort of people are you hoping to collaborate with? Bez, maybe? Maomi? You can talk to her already.
Maomi would be fun.
What are you looking for? Who do you really want to work with?
Who do I really want to work with? Right now, I have a long list. I'm very ambitious. I have a long list. We've got Maomi, Asha, Neka, Dare. I love Eva. Eva Lodi, the rapper. I really... You know, she's young, she's crazy, she's all that. And I'm like, yeah, it would be fun to get into her. Prize of Chocolate City First Lady. Olamide. She's got that street ghetto thing that I do not possess, so it would be a nice club. You know, because people would expect, oh, Moses is this, and then Olamide is this, and then it's like, what's very different in our approaches to music. And then
it would be interesting to find out how that
you know, it would be interesting, even if the song isn't that tight. But the fact that it's these two people that are in it, let's see what it's like. So yes, I'd like to get all of that together and just play around.
I'm looking forward to that. Producers?
Thank you. Producers, well, currently I'm working with Dr. Fravs. I'm also working with Liason Dada. I did a track, me and Debbie did, the duet we did was with Cobams. And I hope to work with a couple of other top Nigerian producers.
You're dropping big names anyhow already, man.
See, there's something I say, reach high. As in reach really high. If you fall short of where you reach, at least you know you set your eyes really high. And anything below that is still awesome. So reach high, just aim high and yeah.
So when do you think a big idea of when the album will be ready?
The album. Let's start with singles now.
When do you think? A year's time, or I mean?
Let's start with singles.
Okay.
You know, people start talking album masters, and I'm like, wait, do people know how many songs are in an album? So let's start with singles, and then we're also going to be working on a whole lot of other things. But let's say a year, 2 years, an album should be out.
2 years is long.
2 years is long, she.
Let's not go and forget you.
I know, right? But let's see. I don't want to make promises I can't keep. So let's see how it goes. Let's start with singles. Single before the end of May. I can promise that.
Let's leave the music now. You know, relationship.
I'm single. I'm very single.
Any plans on hooking up soon? Or you want to face the music, like they all say? Music is my girlfriend now.
Let's see how it goes. You know, because I think...
Are you searching? Or you just
am I searching?
Care?
Not really. You know, I'm going with the flow. So if something really good comes by, yeah. If not, but I'm moving with other things.
Who's your industry crush?
My industry crush? That's not fair. That's not fair.
You might get to a collabo, you never know. Just
I
say.
know, right?
With Tonto?
No. I've met her. So
Okay.
I've actually met her at Loud and Proud, like last week, I mean this week. Eva.
Okay.
No, she's
Is that what inspires the hair colors for you?
No, it's not what inspires the hair color. But I just really, first time I saw her on TV and I saw her doing her thing, I just saw this connection, you know. And I met her in person, and she's really fun to talk to, and she's very free and it's like, yeah, I like that kind of person. Then I had a crush on Dakolo for like 2 years when I was like 13. Yeah, I was really young. I know, that's why I said had. See, had, past tense. You know, but I've always loved and respected her. Her Ego Barrow, Genevieve Inaji is just the epitome of a Nigerian diva, you know, and a lot of other people.
She does some singing, so you never know. You and Genevieve. Speaking of, besides music, are you going to be going into any other acting, TV presenting, modeling? Why are you laughing?
That was a joke, right? Modeling was just taking a dig at me. I would like to go into TV presenting. I think that would be fun. I think that would be really fun.
There's
Come
no
and
space
see
for
your
you,
job. Why now? Don't you need a co-anchor?
No, I don't.
Are you sure? We could talk.
Thank you very much, Moses. Good luck with everything.
Thank
Hopefully
you so much, man.
Achieve all you set yourself on, and even more.
Amen.
So when you come back, you're bringing in small money for me to hold.
Hey, you're a very evil man. You're a very evil man.
Thank you very much. Like you said earlier, we're supposed to have Dakolo Egbuson Akonde and Lala Akindoju on the show today with us to talk about the V monologues, but they couldn't be here, so I'm just going to give you a few details. The show comes up this Friday and Saturday, 6 p.m. on Friday, 3 p.m. and 6 p.m. on Saturday. 3 shows. The V monologues is back. Lala Akindoju is producing with Dakolo Egbuson, Bimbo Akintola, Taiwo Ajayi Lycett. So many big names. You do not want to miss it, and it's at the Musan Center, Friday and Saturday. Thank you very much for joining us once again. Do not forget to follow the conversation on Twitter at YNigerTV is the handle. Go to the website www.yniger.com/rubbing-mind or follow the hashtag on Twitter, Rubbin Mind. Thank you very much. You have never seen people talk like this before. I'll see you next week.
We represent. What else? Come on. Let's go. So let's dance now. It is my turn. Just want you. I am ready for your action. Just want you. You should cut up all distraction. It's all on you now. And just give me some reaction. Just want you. Girl, I like the way you move. Really wanna get with you. Don't just stand there teasing me. Now it's time to show us through.
From one nation to another, there must be a meeting point. Their ideas may be different, but they must work to agree on what's best for the people. Diplomatic Channel untangles the discussions to bring out what's really important. Because it is our world, and it's our right to know how their decisions affect.
The battle begins. 50 contenders, 16 finalists, 1 winner. The Next Titan, brought to you by MTN Business in association with IEI and Peak.
Life has just got easier. You stay connected to Channels TV, where news and innovations are shaping our world. Simply log on to channelstv.com to get the breaking news. Browse the homepage according to what matters to you. Tap on the extended coverage of business, sports, politics, lifestyle, infotech, entertainment, health, world news, and lots more. Click on the live link and see the news in real time. Do you want to watch the latest video of the day? It's just a click away. Friend us on Facebook, YouTube, follow us on Twitter, Google+, participate in Channels TV poll, and share your comments. It's a website you can talk to. Your voice will be heard. ChannelsTV.com. The news at your fingertips.
A time comes in the life of every race when people are driven by echoes of the past to chart a course for an exalted future. Africa is at this threshold as major actors in the Africa arena plots a renaissance towards common destiny. Let's pedal across the streams of yesterday, from the backstreets of Africa to the defining roles of policymakers, the political realities of the African nation, balance of power, and the strive to sustain national interest and identity. Join us on Network Africa on Channels Television. Network Africa, rallying points for the emergence of a new Africa.